Another day of Broncos training camp is in the books, and we called in the big guns for this episode. We got Zach Stevens from DNVR. Zach, this is a crossover that everyone's been begging for months, for years. It's happened.
Well, DNVR Broncos, let's go, baby.
Yeah, we got some vowels on the wall behind you. We'll take those off.
Not quite sure what those are.
Yeah, they're not allowed for your brand, but
I could cover them up.
Exactly, but we appreciate you joining us for this. Zach, it feels like training camp has been going on for a while now. This
Certainly
stretch,
does.
We're almost to the end of the second week, and for the first time on this Friday, we saw some situational work. At the end of practice, we got a 2-minute end of half drill. Bo Nix went first, led the team down into field goal range. It was kind of a long drive, but ended up made some plays with his feet, made some plays with his arm, and then Jarrett Stidham got a chance to also led the team down into field goal range. Zach, when you watched that today, just kind of what were your initial takeaways from that session?
Yeah, so we're talking minute 48 left, 75 yards to go. But the key thing was here, you only needed a field goal. And that's what Sean said. He said, in these situations, you want to start off by only looking for points. That's what you're looking for. And both quarterbacks went and did that. But like you said, Bo's was a 10-play drive or something right around there. And Stidham took a different road, but got to the same destination. His was a lot shorter, including 2 plays to Brandon Johnson, one for 31 yards, which is a really nice pass. And I got to say, both quarterbacks look poised in these situations.
Yeah, we heard Sean talk about kind of what do you need to do to be successful in those moments. He said, as a quarterback, the ability to process, to make smart decisions. It's okay to throw it away, be able to use your legs. I mean, he kind of went on, and it sounds like there's a lot that you have to do, but clearly both these guys in this situation found a way to get it done. You did mention there was that big pass from Jarrett Stidham to Brandon Johnson. Bo, like you said, it was just kind of quick passes, getting it out of his hands, finding a way to scramble, move around. Good poise, it seemed like, from the young quarterback.
Yeah, and when Sean was talking about after practice, he was talking about what you need from a good 2-minute quarterback. He was essentially describing Bo Nix. Now, I don't know if that was intentional or not, but I mean, the quick processor, I'm just thinking every time he's talking about something else that you need, it's Bo Nix. And we saw that just 10 minutes before in that period. And I loved at the very end that Bo took the shot to get the touchdown. And I think Cortland got 1 foot in, almost got 2 feet in. So Broncos are really close. Bo Nix was really close to actually getting a touchdown there, but still both units finished with that field goal, which was key.
Yeah, and we will see a lot more of that as camp goes on. It sounds like obviously in the preseason they're going to want to give those guys those reps because, as Sean Payton talked about, pretty much the end of every game, one team or the other is in that situation. Got to clean up some penalties, some mental errors, but generally looked pretty good there. And we saw the quarterback rotation go like Sean Payton said on Thursday that it was going to go with Jarrett Stidham and Bo Nix getting the chances there at the end of game scenario. Some other kind of scenario type work there toward the end of practice where they worked on some situational awareness. But Zach, kind of as you look big picture, we're going to, on Saturday, it sounds like a kind of a scrimmage type setting, not quite a scrimmage. So that'll be fun to watch. And then we're a week away after that from the first preseason game. As you reflect back on kind of the first week and a half of camp, who's really stood out to you as somebody that you're like, wow, they've impressed me?
Well, 2 units that I think we're going to see.
Units, wow.
Two units that I think we're going to see be very key tomorrow in a potential scrimmage. And then once preseason comes around, that's the running backs, the physical, huge running backs, and then also the defensive line, the guys that stop those guys, Zach Allen and that defensive line. Zach Allen, I mean, the defensive line has looked so much better than last year, specifically Zach Allen. He looks like a monster, and it's no surprise, and you're looking for big plays from him. One of the things Sean Payton pointed to earlier this week was what's going to take Zach Allen over that hump to make those big plays is the guys around him. And they really feel like they improved that this offseason. So now we've seen it. Zach Allen's getting tackles for losses, sacks pretty much daily now. And then when it comes to the running backs, I mean, you want to go with power or you want to go with speed or you going with more power? Because that's what Javonte Williams, Aric Estime, and then, of course, Jaleel McLaughlin bring. And I think this group is going to be so fun. And we know the Broncos, Sean says it nearly every other day. He says the best thing to do to help your quarterback, regardless of if it's Jarrett Stidham, Bo Nix, Zach Wilson, is run the ball and play good defense. So it's good that both of those units are looking good.
Yeah, well, I see you just picked the guy with the same name as you.
Well, he would be Zach Allen.
Okay, got it. Yeah, if there was an Aric on the team, I'd pick him, but Audric's kind of close.
That is close.
Just a couple letters off. But Zach, it's been fun so far. Some good competition. We'll certainly see that continue tomorrow and the rest of next week. We will be back with updates at that point. But for now, from DNVR, Zach Stevens, I'm Aric DiLalla.